You're getting super frustrated with your song. Maybe you fall into group number 1. Everything is technically right. You're nailing the high note, the breath is easy, I can go on, but bottom line is, it sounds just fine, but something is still missing. Maybe you fall into group number 2. You hate everything about your song. Nothing feels or sounds right, and you're about to throw in the towel. So, what gives? Here's what other vocal coaches will not tell you. Sure, they'll go on and on about vocal technique and how to nail that high note or that riff and that run, but here's the truth. It's not always about technical prowess. It's about feeling the song. And I know, a lot of you right now are clenching your jaw saying, "What? How do I do that?" Don't worry, I totally got you here. So let's start by keeping it simple. All right, so let's use an example of a classic love song. Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Oh, come on, you knew I was gonna use Elvis. Anyway, the reason why I'm using this song is because it's been so popular across the generations. I can tell you, people still love to sing this song, and why wouldn't they? The melody is gorgeous and timeless, and vocally, it suits most of us. Well, where does the problem lie? You guessed it, with the connection to the song. Especially if you're looking at people that have never experienced romantic love. A lot of coaches might give you a hard time saying, well, come on, you need to be feeling of that time where you were really in love, and then people that have not experienced that get frustrated saying, I haven't, so what do I do? Here's what you do. It doesn't have to be so literal. We're looking at the main idea here. Love doesn't have to be romantic love as far as connecting to your song. I know, crazy, right? But you can be thinking about loving an idea, your career, your future career, music, a sibling, a pet, a friend. It doesn't have to be so literal. So here's what you gotta do. If you're doing a song, you have to look at the core emotion. What is it? Some sort of love? Is it regret, betrayal, sadness? You don't have to get so frustrated feeling that you have to match what you hear in the story or what the several singers have said about it already. Your life is quite different than theirs. So go with what you already know. It's always going to be so much easier because if you're not believing what you're singing, well, we're not going to believe you either. So let's get into it by taking it to the next level. Treat each song like a mini play. That's what Barbra Streisand once said she did, and I totally believe her because listening to her is truly an experience, and of course you know, a very skilled actress as well. So if you want to use the Barbra Streisand approach, and I highly recommend you do, map out your song. Give it a clear beginning, middle, and end. Also, the key questions to ask yourself is, who are you in this song? Remember, you don't have to be yourself all the time. Keeps you interesting as a performer. Where are you? Why are you singing about what you're singing about? What happened right before you started singing? These are all techniques many musical theater actors use as well. But to be really effective in country or metal or all the genres, try this out too. Remember, there is no such thing when you are doing this exercise as too insignificant a detail, because I'll say it again, the more believable this is to you, the more believable it is to us, and that makes you a much, much more compelling performer. Now here's something that may surprise you, but hopefully delight you. Once you have the emotion as part of your song, everything becomes easier, and that does include technique. Why? Well, when you're not concentrating and worrying about something and just feeling it, being in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Your body relaxes. Tension, go bye-bye. And that means your phrasing, your breath, the tone has something special to it. Everything changes, and for the better. Go ahead and try this out right now. So, you probably know the song that I referenced, Can't Help Falling in Love. So let's use that one. Sing the song, the line, take my hand, take my whole life too. That's it. Now, step 1, just sing it normally, like you normally would. And now, sing it with a specific emotional intent in mind. And I'll give one to you, like you're begging someone not to go. All right, I'll give you a second to try that out. Take 1. Just normally, you need to pause, go ahead. Take 2, singing it like you are begging someone. So what didn't change? The notes, the tone, technique, probably the same, right? Yet everything did change because there was an emotional intent behind it. You see what I mean? That probably felt a lot different to you in the best way possible. Great. So why do singers avoid doing this in the first place? Well, 2 reasons. One is because we associate singing with the details and getting it right. But the real big reason, it's because emotion requires vulnerability. And that's risky and doesn't make a whole lot of us feel good. But here's the thing. To be a truly dynamic performer, we have to take that risk. A lot of performers that have done that, those are the ones that keep showing up and delivering unforgettable performances, versus those that may have a gorgeous voice and tremendous technique, but you know what? People leave just saying, oh, that was nice, and they don't remember much else. So you gotta ask yourself, who would you rather be? Now, let me give you some homework. Don't worry, it's the fun kind, to get you started on this whole journey of making your songs feel authentic to you and to us. All right, real simple exercise here. Take a line from your song or a section, and I want you to speak that section as if you're just in day-to-day conversation with someone. That's it. Second, how would you say it? Again, we're just saying, we're not singing yet, we'll get there, as if you were super angry. Third, what if you just found out some really bad news? How would you say that? And then fourth, for the sake of variety, how would you say that line as if you were flirting with somebody? Okay, so now step 2, pick one of those core emotions and now sing that very same section with that emotion. How did that change things? Hopefully you noticed quite the shift in the phrasing because your emotion helped guide that. Aha! So now you're getting somewhere and you see why this is so key to do this as a singer. So I wanted to prove to you in this video that you've got what it takes to take your song to the next level. True, there are a gazillion videos on placement and vowels and blah, 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 blah. And as you know, I totally believe in that stuff because I teach that too. But here's the thing. All of that is not going to go as far if you don't have the feeling behind it. So make the choice today to feel your song and take that risk, because let me tell you, it is worth it and everybody will win the next time you choose to do your song.